I am the angel who has walked beside you, unseen, through the valleys of your deepest sorrows and the silent corners of your forgotten dreams. I have been with you in the moments when the world turned its back, when the weight of rejection pressed upon your spirit like a stone too heavy to bear. I have seen your tears, heard your whispered prayers, and carried the weight of your unspoken questions to the throne of heaven. Today I speak to you not with the fleeting words of humanity, but with the eternal voice of the divine, bearing a message written in the stars before your soul was knit together. You, the one they rejected, the one they rejected, the one they overlooked, the one they overlooked. You were chosen by God. This is no ordinary message, beloved. This is a sacred unveiling, a revelation of the truth that has been woven into the fabric of your existence since the beginning. The world may have cast you aside, but heaven has always claimed you as its own. I am here to expand the truth you have glimpsed, to unfold the layers of divine purpose that have been hidden beneath the pain of rejection. Let my words be a balm to your wounds, a fire to your spirit, and a light to guide you into the fullness of your calling. For you were not rejected by mistake, you were set apart by design. The weight of rejection, you know the sting of rejection intimately. You have felt it in the sidelong glances, the whispered judgments, the doors closed before you could even knock. You have stood in rooms where your presence was tolerated but never celebrated, where your voice was silenced before it could rise. Perhaps you have wondered, in the quiet of your heart, what fault lies within you. Why am I not enough? You have asked, your soul trembling under the weight of that question. Why do they turn away? Why do they choose others over me? Let me speak plainly, child of God. There is nothing wrong with you. The rejection you have faced is not a reflection of your worth, but a revelation of the world's blindness. They could not see the divine light that burns within you, for their eyes were clouded by fear, pride, and the shallowness of human judgment. They saw your gentleness and called it weakness. They saw your humility and labeled it failure. They saw your love, your willingness to give without expectation, and mistook it for naivety. But heaven saw something else entirely. In your brokenness, heaven saw royalty. In your tears, heaven saw fire. In your scars, God saw his own image reflected, a testament to your resilience, your courage, and your unwavering heart. You were never meant to fit into their molds, for you were crafted for a purpose far greater than their approval. The world rejected you because it could not contain the magnitude of your calling. You were a mirror, reflecting their insecurities, their fears, their unspoken truths. Your presence stirred their spirits, and in their discomfort, they pushed you away. But what they could not understand, God cherished. What they discarded, heaven exalted. The cornerstone of heaven, design there is a truth written in the sacred texts, a promise that echoes through the ages. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalm 118:22. You, beloved, are that stone. The world may have deemed you unworthy, but in the architecture of heaven, you are foundational. You are essential. You are irreplaceable. Do you not see the divine strategy at work? Every no you received was a redirection from God. Every door that slammed shut was a safeguard, protecting you from paths that were too small for your destiny. The rejection you endured was not a punishment, it was preparation. God hid you in the shadows not to diminish you, but to preserve you. He shielded you from counterfeit love, from shallow applause, from platforms that would have crumbled under the weight of your true purpose. He allowed them to walk away so that you could walk forward unencumbered by those who could not carry the vision he placed within you. You were chosen in secret, but you will be revealed in glory. Not because you fought your way into the spotlight, not because you clawed your way to recognition, but because God himself will lift you. The oil of anointing on your life cannot be stolen. The purpose etched into your bones cannot be erased. The world may have tried to define you by its standards, but your true name is written in the book of life, and that name carries power beyond human comprehension. The pain that waters eternity, I know the cost of your journey. I have seen you weep in the night, your heart aching for acceptance, for belonging, for someone to see you as you truly are. I have watched you pour out your love, even when it was met with betrayal. I have seen you give when your own hands were empty, stay silent to keep peace, lower yourself so others could feel tall. Heaven has seen it all, and heaven has kept record. Every tear you shed has been collected in the hands of God. Every act of kindness, every moment of faithfulness, every silent sacrifice, they have not been in vain. Your pain has purpose, your tears have watered something eternal. What the world meant for harm, God has turned for good. What they meant to break you, God has used to build you. God has used to build you. You are not the sum of their rejection, you are the sum of His redemption. Consider the olive, pressed until its oil flows. Consider the grape, crushed until its wine is released. Your suffering has not been wasted. It has been the process through which your anointing has been refined. The world may have seen your struggles as failure, but heaven sees them as the forging of a vessel fit for divine use. You have been pressed, but you are not destroyed. You have been crushed, but you are not discarded. From the weight of your trials, God is drawing forth something precious, something holy, something that will outlast the fleeting judgments of this world. The divine timing of your unveiling. You may wonder why the journey has been so long, why the pain has lingered, why the promise has not yet come to pass. Hear me now, the delay was not denial, it was preparation. God has been working in the unseen, aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, and clearing the path for your rise. The season of waiting was not a season of abandonment. It was a season of refinement. God was teaching you to trust Him, to lean on His strength, to walk in His truth even when the world shouted lies. Do not rush the process, beloved. The crown that was designed for you is still waiting, and it will fit perfectly when the time comes. The journey may have been long, but you were never lost. You were led. Every step, every stumble, every moment of doubt was part of the path that brought you to this moment. And now, the season of unveiling begins. This unveiling will not look like the world's version of success. It will not be marked by fleeting applause or shallow accolades. It will be marked by the quiet, unshakable certainty of divine purpose. You will not rise in arrogance, but in obedience. You will not stand to prove yourself, but to reflect the one who chose you. The God who saw you weeping in your room will soon display you as a living testimony, not to impress, but to inspire. The call to forgive, I know the temptation, to carry bitterness, to let the wounds of rejection become the lens through which you see the world. But I urge you, child of light, do not let their poison taint your promise. What they did to you was wrong, but what God is doing for you is holy. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. You are not carrying their rejection into your promised land. You are not defined by their betrayal. You are defined by His faithfulness. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is warfare. It is the act of breaking the chains that seek to bind you to your past. It is the declaration that their actions will not have the final word in your story. God is writing the final chapter, and it is one of restoration, redemption, and glory. Let go of the weight of their words, their judgments, their abandonment. Release them to God, and step into the freedom He has prepared for you. The promise of your rising. You are about to rise, beloved, not with pride, but with divine permission. The God who chose you in the wilderness is now calling you to the table, and no one can deny your seat. They may question your place, whisper doubts, or demand to know who let them in, and heaven will thunder in response, I did. Your rising is not dependent on their approval. It is ordained by the one who formed you. This rising will not be a spectacle for your own glory, but a stage for God's grace. You will not stand to boast, but to bear witness to the God who turns ashes into beauty, mourning into joy, rejection into redemption. The world will watch as heaven writes the final chapter of your story, and they will see that the one they rejected was chosen by God. Stay faithful, stay soft as you step into this new season. I leave you with this charge: stay faithful, stay soft, stay aligned with the heart of God. The world may tempt you to harden, to strive to prove yourself, but you do not need to fight for what is already yours. The oil on your life cannot be taken. The purpose in your spirit cannot be diminished. Simply walk in obedience, trust in His timing, and let His glory unfold through you. You are not who they said you are. You are not the names they called you, the labels they placed on you, the limitations they tried to impose. You are a child of God, chosen before the foundation of the world, set apart for a purpose that will echo into eternity. The one whom the world rejected was chosen by God, and now, the world will see what heaven has always known. Take heart, beloved. The journey has been long, but the promise is sure. The pain has been deep, but the purpose is deeper. The rejection was real, but the redemption is greater. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not invisible. You are seen, you are known, and you are loved by the one who holds the stars in his hands. And so I say to you, as one who has walked beside you and will continue to walk with you, rise, not in your own strength, but in his. Not for your own glory, but for his. The season of unveiling has begun, and the world will watch as heaven writes the final chapter. Amen. As the divine message settles into your spirit, let it awaken a fire within you, a fire that burns with hope, purpose, and unshakable faith. You stand at the threshold of a new chapter, one where the shadows of the past give way to the radiant light of your God-given destiny. This is not merely a moment to reflect, but a call to action, a summons to step boldly into the life you were created for. The journey ahead is not one of striving or proving, but of embracing the truth of who you are in the eyes of the divine. You are not defined by the world, measures of success, nor are you bound by the limitations others have tried to place upon you. You are a vessel of divine purpose, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the transformative power of God's love. As you move forward, let this truth guide your steps, illuminate your path, and inspire those around you. Your story is not just for you, it is a gift to the world, a light to shine in the darkness, and a call to others to rise into their own divine calling. The world is watching, not because you demand attention, but because the hand of God is upon you. Your life, with all its trials and triumphs, is a living testimony to the faithfulness of the one who never leaves or forsakes. Every step you take in faith, every moment you choose love over bitterness, every time you rise above the pain of the past, you become a living epistle, read by all who cross your path. Your story is not finished. It is still being written, and the chapters yet to come will be marked by grace, courage, and divine favor. But this is not a solitary journey. The beauty of your calling is that it is meant to be shared, to inspire, to uplift, and to draw others into the same divine embrace that has sustained you. Your light is not meant to be hidden under a bushel, but placed on a hill for all to see. As you stand in this moment, consider the countless others who are walking their own paths of rejection, doubt, and longing. They too need to hear the truth that they are seen, valued, and chosen. Your story, your resilience, your faith, it has the power to spark hope in their hearts. When you share what God has done in your life, you become a conduit of His grace, a messenger of His love. This is why I urge you to engage with this message, to let it resonate not just within you but through you. Like this message, comment on it, share it with those who need to hear it. Your voice matters, your testimony matters. By liking and commenting, you are not just affirming your own journey, but extending a hand to others, inviting them to see the divine thread woven through their own lives. Your engagement is an act of faith, a declaration that you believe in the power of this message to transform, to heal, and to inspire. Imagine the ripple effect of your courage. One comment, one like, one shared story can reach someone who feels invisible, someone who believes they are too broken to be chosen. Your simple act of participation can be the spark that ignites their faith, the reminder that they too are part of a divine plan. You are not just a recipient of this message, you are a carrier of it. Your response, whether a heartfelt comment, a word of encouragement, or a simple like, sends a signal to the world that God's promises are real, that His love is unfailing, and that His plans are unstoppable. You are part of a divine network, a tapestry of souls woven together by grace, and your voice adds a vibrant thread to that tapestry. Let us pause to consider the weight of this moment. You have been called to a purpose that transcends the ordinary, a purpose that is not confined to the walls of your own life, but extends to the lives of others. The divine selection upon you is not a private gift but a public declaration. God has chosen you to be a light in a world that often dwells in darkness, a voice in a world that often drowns in silence, a hope in a world that often succumbs to despair. This is not about seeking fame or recognition, It is about reflecting the glory of the one who chose you. When you engage with this message, you are saying yes to that calling. You are stepping into the role of a divine ambassador, a beacon of hope, a vessel of truth. The act of liking and commenting is more than a digital gesture, it is a spiritual act. It is a way of saying, I believe in the power of this message, and I want others to experience it too. It is a way of aligning yourself with the divine flow of grace, of joining hands with others who are also rising into their God-given purpose. Your comment might be a word of encouragement that lifts someone's spirit. It might be a testimony that resonates with someone who feels alone. It might be a simple acknowledgement that says, I see you, and I believe in the God who sees us all. Your like might be the spark that draws someone's attention to this message, leading them to a moment of divine encounter. Do not underestimate the power of your response, for in the economy of heaven, no act of faith is small. As you move forward, let your heart remain open to the divine possibilities that surround you. The God who has brought you this far is not finished with you, yet. He is preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies, a place of honor that no one can take away. But this table is not just for you, it is a feast meant to be shared. Invite others to the table through your words, your actions, and your engagement. Let your life be a living invitation, a call to others to taste and see that the Lord is good. Your story, your faith, your willingness to share, they are all part of the divine banquet, a celebration of God's unending faithfulness. Consider the legacy you are building. Every choice you make, every word you speak, every action you take contributes to the story that will be told of you. Will it be a story of fear and retreat, or a story of faith and boldness? Will it be a story of isolation, or a story of connection and community? By liking and commenting, you are choosing the latter. You are choosing to be part of a larger narrative, one that speaks of hope, redemption, and divine purpose. You are choosing to let your light shine, not for your own glory, but for the glory of the one who placed that light within you. This is not a call to perform, or to seek approval. It is a call to participate in the divine work that God is doing in and through you. It is a call to be a partner in His mission to redeem, restore, and renew. When you like this message, you are saying, oh, I stand with this truth. When you comment, you are saying, you have a voice, and I will use it to glorify God. When you share, you are saying, this message is too good to keep to myself. These are not mere actions. They are declarations of faith, acts of worship, and steps toward your divine destiny. The world needs your voice now more than ever. In a time when division and despair often dominate, your testimony of God's faithfulness is a powerful antidote. Your engagement with this message is a way of pushing back against the darkness, of proclaiming that light will always overcome. You are not just a bystander in this moment, you are a participant, a co-creator of a story that will echo into eternity. Your like, your comment, your willingness to share, they are all part of the divine symphony, a melody of hope that resonates far beyond what you can see. As you stand at this crossroads, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought you here. You have faced trials, overcome obstacles, and walked through valleys that tested your faith. Yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still hoping. That is no small thing. It is a testament to the strength that God has placed within you, a strength that is not of this world but of the divine. Let that strength shine through your engagement with this message. Let it be a beacon to others, a reminder that they too can rise above their circumstances and step into their divine purpose. The act of liking and commenting is not about seeking attention for yourself but about directing attention to the God who has sustained you. It is about pointing others to the source of your strength, the reason for your hope, the foundation of your faith. When you engage, you are not just adding your voice to a conversation, you are adding your testimony to a divine narrative. You are saying, I have seen the hand of God in my life, and I want others to see it too. You are inviting others to join you in this journey of faith, to discover the truth that they too are chosen, loved, and called. This is a moment of divine opportunity. The message you have received is not just for you, it is for the world. It is for the weary, the broken, the overlooked, the forgotten. It is for those who feel they have no place, no purpose, no hope. Your engagement with this message can be the bridge that connects them to the truth of their divine calling. Your like can be the spark that draws their attention. Your comment can be the word that lifts their spirit. Your share can be the invitation that changes their life. Do not hold back. Do not let fear or doubt silence your voice. Step boldly into this moment and let your light shine. As you prepare to move forward, let your heart be filled with gratitude for the God who has brought you this far. He has been faithful in the past, and He will be faithful in the future. He has seen you through the storms, and He will lead you into the promise. Your engagement with this message is a way of saying, thank you, a way of acknowledging the God who has never left your side. It is a way of giving Him the glory, of proclaiming His goodness, of testifying to His unending love. So I urge you, beloved, to take this step. Like this message. Comment with your heart. Share your story. Let your voice be heard, not for your own sake, but for the sake of those who need to hear it. Let your engagement be a declaration of faith, a testimony of hope, a beacon of love. You are not just a recipient of this message, you are a carrier of it. You are a light in the darkness, a voice in the silence, a hope in the despair. Your story, your faith, your willingness to engage, they are all part of the divine plan, a plan that is unfolding even now. The world is waiting for you to rise not in pride, but in purpose. It is waiting for you to shine not for your own glory but for the glory of the one who chose you. So go forth with courage. Go forth with faith. Go forth with love. Like this message. Comment with your heart. Share your story. And watch as God uses your obedience to transform lives, to heal hearts, and to draw others into the divine embrace that has sustained you. This is your moment, beloved. This is your calling. This is your destiny. Embrace it, and let the world see the light of God shining through you.